Some quick background information. There are roughly 1,900 Target stores operating within the United States. Three-fourths of the U.S. population lives within 10 miles of a Target store. This creates a massive customer base and potential for new customer segments. Target currently employs 350,000 individuals, and their slogan is Expect More, Pay Less. Next, we'll touch on Target's industry and competition. Target consumers are made up of affluent individuals who desire high-end goods at an affordable price. This often appeals to women, families, teens, and single adults. 58 to 62% of customers fall between ages 18 and 44. Target's main competition are fellow big box realtors, or those companies who operate in enormous physical spaces to sell a wide variety of products. These include Walmart, Costco, and Amazon. If a recession hits the economy, people often have less disposable income. Therefore, Target's customer base could be negatively affected if a recession hits. Legal restrictions now include COVID guidelines that companies must follow to stay in business. If these guidelines aren't followed, the business can be shut down. And companies like Target often invest in corporate social responsibility to mitigate risk, recruit employees, and bolster brand image.
One of Target's biggest strengths is that it is a well-established and highly recognized brand name that is respected by customers, resulting in a high level of brand loyalty. It is well-liked, especially in comparison to its competitors like Walmart, who tend to provoke resentment, hostility, and are even seen as distasteful. It's a fun place to shop, which is a great since millennials are more inclined to shop online nowadays, but it has a strong enough presence and likability to pull these people into physical stores. It also has the ability to present itself as a more hip, fashionable, and modern profile that's in line with its middle-class branding. They even have a mascot named Bullseye, which sets them apart from competitors and appeals to dog lovers. Target is trendy and receives large internet engagement and relatively free advertising through social media. Examples are of social media influencers expressing their love of Target, the Target experience being used in trends and posts, as well as stores and products being used as video content. Target has created valuable partnerships in line with its branding. This is a great way to expand its consumer base while keeping a pretty brand image and also allowing for expansions and additions to product lines and departments. Not to mention, example is Starbucks being inside a lot of the stores, which comes with its own branding. On the next slide, we can see proof that young people absolutely live and love Target. You can see this on the social media app TikTok, where people use Target for certain challenges, whether that be with friends or couples. Lots of social media influencers even recommend their favorite Target products to their audiences. YouTubers use Target as a location for their content. And obviously you can tell by their likes and engagement and views, comments, and all of that good stuff that people like to see Target content. As well as the example of Joanna Gaines partnering with Target for her Heart and Health line, and that being found in lots of stores and receiving a lot of positive feedback. On the next slide, we can see that some of Target's threats are that there are less outings into stores in general due to COVID. There's also a trend towards self-health and organic food items that are not typically offered at Target, and the fact that while Target is large, it is much less diverse than a competitor like Walmart might be, which can mean high vulnerability during times of economic hardship. Some opportunities for Target are seen in its trend towards home delivery and e-commerce, as well as the high likability of the brand. And I will pass it on to core competency.
There are a few key core competencies when looking at Target Corporation, and they're crucial for further understanding the brand and company that is Target. Those core competencies revolve around reputation, brand recognition, and a good experience for their guests. Target refers to their customers as guests to make them feel valued and promote a positive shopping experience. They do this through their mission statement: help all families discover the joy of everyday life. To achieve this, the board has set forth a few strategies to continue the mission of creating a positive experience for all customers. Step 1 is to empower teams. This is to ensure team members and manufacturing supply chain workers thrive. Target always sets the goal of making their workers part of the family. Step 2 is to serve guests. They want to deliver values with value. Target tries to offer products, services, and experiences that meet all families' needs for value and values. They also want to foster communities. The goal for Target is to accelerate economic development within communities where Targets are located. They do this through giving back 5% of profits right back to the community that they're in. And finally, they try to design a brighter tomorrow. They do this through embracing future-forward designs. Target is trying to take the circular economy mainstream using responsible resource use. You can see this through their current strategy in 2020. Target's current strategy in 2020 is based on 4 goals set for themselves. Enhancement to same-day services, which is Target increasing drive-up and order pickup through the next few years. Target saw a 500% increase in drive-up sales and a 50% increase in pickup sales in 2019, and they want to keep these trends going. Also, their goal is to continue supply chain transformation. To increase speed and efficiency, Target Corp plans to begin scaling robotic solution to hundreds of stores throughout the year. This technology enables precise sorting on aisle-to-aisle basis to help store team members fill shelves easier and faster while reducing backroom inventory. Also, they're trying to continue their remodel program. Target is on track to complete more than 1,000 store remodels nationwide by the end of 2020. When a Target store is remodeled, it generally boosts sales by 2 to 4% the following year. And finally, in their current strategy, they want to increase small format openings. In 2020, Target plans to open up more than 36 small format stores. Small format stores account for more than $1 billion in total sales for Target annually. Target will also begin exploring sites for stores that are approximately 6,000 square feet, roughly half the size of its smallest small format store, reaching even more guests in urban neighborhoods and on college campuses.
Target's financials have been extremely impressive this year given the state of the economy right now. Their 2020 quarter 2 sales grew 24.3%, which was the highest growth ever in the company's history. Their same-day services grew 273%, and in the first half of 2020, Target gained around $5 billion in market share. Their quarter 2 earnings per share from continuing operations was $3.35, which was 84.4% higher than 2019. And they also hit a lot of all-time records, as you can see in the visual on the PowerPoint. These records are indicated by the red circles. Their CEO, Brian Cornell, said that he attributed this profitability to their differentiated merchandising assortment, a comprehensive set of fulfillment options, a strong balance sheet full of a lot of assets, and a really dedicated team. Even though Target has been very profitable this year, it's important in the retail industry to keep growing and keep being innovative and continue to gain more and more of the market share. So we have 3 recommendations for Target. The first recommendation is further development of the customer experience. We need to prioritize experience innovation over product innovation. Our long-term competitive advantage really lies in that because, like I said, retail industries offer similar brands and products. One way to do that would be to expand the Target Circle Rewards program that was launched in 2019. Currently, in that program, you earn 1% on purchases, have personalized deals and sales, and early access to those sales. Our idea would be to add discounts on your birthday, free shipping online for online purchases, 5% back on purchases instead of 1%, and a reduced cost to sign up for the Target credit card. Currently, only a quarter of customers have this credit card, and that would provide some revenue to Target if more and more people were to sign up. Studies also show that 84% of customers are more likely to be loyal to stores that have rewards programs. So if we can better ours, that will create a lot more customer loyalty than we have currently. And 66% of customers say that rewards programs change their spending behavior. So now I'm going to pass it on to Vanessa to discuss our final 2 recommendations.
Especially at a time like a pandemic, wouldn't you want all of your errands at one place? Our second recommendation is to make Target more of a one-stop shop. As Viviana mentioned earlier, one of the threats to Target's profit potential was that the people are not going out as much because of the pandemic. Target needs to pair with similar but non-competitive entities and allow them to open mini shops in Target stores. An example of this is the recent partnership Target has with Ulta, the largest beauty retailer in the US, where Target will open mini Ulta stores within the store. This partnership will bring in new customers from Ulta and create synergies between the 2 companies. Target should also consider expanding the number of Starbucks locations within Target stores. The goal of this is to become one store where you can almost get everything. For example, if a customer wants coffee and they go get Starbucks, it is likely that they will buy something from the store as well. Especially around Christmas time, during this pandemic, customers will want to minimize the amount of stores they have to go get their gifts. Our last recommendation is opening more small format Target stores by college campuses. This is also in line with our recommendation of further developing the customer experience and Target having exactly what you need when you need it, only a few minutes away. They need to become more accessible. Competitors like Walmart began opening these versions of stores in their dense urban neighborhoods and around college campuses, and it has shown to be very profitable. They're usually a third of the size of normal locations, but sometimes, for example, like the Manhattan Target location, make more money per square foot than any other Target stores across the country. This will create a specialized retail experience, and they will reach out to new potential customers, college students, who don't have access to retail stores. Because on average, 53.2% of students don't have car on campus.